Hey everybody, I hope you are doing well. I'm Afefe with Touch by Tarot, and I am here to do our monthly full moon pick a card reading. This full moon, you all, is happening on August 30th and 31st, depending on where you live, and it is in the sign of Pisces while we have gone into Virgo season. Beautiful combination, you all, because when you think about it, Pisces, that watery element combined with Virgo, that earthly element. So think about this, you all, as you ponder, do your manifestation, do your prayers, your visualization, do your releasing for the full moon. How can you use the dreamy, imaginative, powerfully spiritual energy of Pisces and ground it in the very practical ways that Virgo helps us do, with its day-to-day routines, its emphasis on healing, on analysis, on practicality, and taking things step by step. All right, so think about that. I have three piles in front of me, and I was led to pull. I have not seen these cards. If you're new to my channel, that's my process with picker cards. To save us time and me, doing the piles on tape. I do it ahead of time, but I don't see it until I'm prepared to tape and interpret for you. I have three cards, leader cards with messages for you. So you'll decide which ones, and maybe more that you're pinged to. And in case you have a little, still need a little help deciding, I was also led to pull some crystals for you. So all that said, let's go. The first card, those for pile number one. I'm actually going to put my finger over it because I don't want to get flagged. She's got, some energy going on there. It's not nudity, but you just never know people's, tastes. But the key word here that I want you to hone in on is letting go. Very powerful message, especially around full moons. That is a time of release. So letting go, pile number one. And the stone and I'll give you the words on here as well, the message. It says timing, forgive the self and others, and process emotions. All right. So sorry. All right. So pile number one, letting go. And your stone is this smoky quartz. Beautiful smoky quartz. All right. Letting go, pile number one. Pile number two, your message and leader card catalyst is reclaim power. All right. See how that strikes you. And it says here, your willpower, your inner strength, your self-mastery, and to heal the victim. That's an interesting combination of messages there. So think about that, pile number two. And your stone is this, what is that, like a moonstone? Somebody will tell me. I was just drawn to it. I have so many stones, you all, and I'm just drawn to colors, energies, textures. Okay. But also, I was drawn to this because it has that moon, that moon sort of quality to it. And finally, the third stack, those pile number three, if you are drawn to sunshine. Sunshine. And the message on there is light, passion, illumination, motivation, and don't dim your light. It says don't dim, but that's what I know it means. Don't dim your light. All right. So that'll be pile number three. And your gemstone, if it helps you, is a beautiful raw piece of rose quartz. Okay. So I'll give you a moment to think about that. Letting go, reclaim your power, or sunshine. One of those three, or maybe more than one. All right, you ready? Let's go in. Pile number one. Let me move these to the side. And let's see. This beautiful, incredible, this is a super moon, and it is also a blue moon, meaning once in a blue moon. We hear that term, but it really is an interesting and powerful astrological event, you all, because this particular lunation has not occurred since 2020, and it will not occur again until 2026. So that gives you a clue that this is truly some powerful energy available to you right now. All right, let's go in. Pile number one, those of you who chose that letting go. We'll park that over to the side. Let's see what came for you. You have the Two of Pentacles. You have the Eight of Cups. You have the Magician. Ooh. Talk about letting go. In fact, I'm going to tuck that right over there by your catalyst. You have the Seven of Swords. You've got celebration. You've got clarity. You've got healing. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful cards for you, pile number one. You've got clear waters. Different deck. We're going to put that right there by that clarity. Look at these these confirming messages already coming through for you. And clearly you're going to do it. You're going to be fine because we got that celebration card coming. And a big spiritual hug. Let's put that with the celebration. Okay. This is a really clear message for you all, pile number one, if you were drawn to this stack. You're letting go. Is anything, let me move this crystal, is anything that has slowed down your understanding of what's possible. And this Eight of Cups is really where you are right now, or you have an opportunity to be. Your spirit guides are saying this is where you have an opportunity to be, because an Eight of Cups, what it does is it gives us an opportunity to move away from how we typically relate to things emotionally and truly mature. This is emotional intelligence, and truly mature to the point where we are ready to move on. This Magician, this is, I love that, I was led to put this in the center of the spread, because the Magician is ruled by Mercury. This full moon is happening, you all, while Mercury is in retrograde. I want to see if I can get you a little closer to these cards. Hold on for me. Yeah, let's get you tighter. There we go. I like that a little better. The Magician is ruled by Mercury. It is, and right now we have Mercury in retrograde, which means many of us are going through a period of time where we're having to reassess, look back and regroup, retool something, revamp it before we get ready to move on. That's exactly what, talking about letting go, your catalyst, that's exactly what's happening here in this Eight of Cups, you all. You are moving on by looking back at what has happened. This came up in this energy came up in a reading that I did yesterday. So I love that Spirit is confirming that during this full moon in Pisces, you have an opportunity to make magic. That's what the Magician does. The Magician has the power to use the resources, all resources available, to make change, to create a different reality. And in order for you to do that, it's about, your first step is to let some things go. What are you letting go? You're letting go of perhaps some form of self-deception or deception from others. Because when we get that Seven of Swords, almost always, hands down, it points to something where, somebody said something, they misrepresented something, they deliberately manipulated us in some way. There's something underhanded or sneaky that went on. If it is us, if this feels like maybe this is something you've got to deal with within yourself, it is that self-deception. And one thing that a full moon energy will do, it highlights, it illuminates. You think about a full moon, up in that sky in the middle of the night, and it lights up the sky. If there is something that you need to be made aware of, Spirit is saying that's exactly what you're preparing to do right now, so that you can create a different scenario and move on from whatever this deception was, okay? Or however you've been thinking internally that is not true. I am feeling, though, I have to say, I'm feeling like in this reading, for many of you, this is something that was outside of yourselves. It could have been a person, it could have been a job, it could have been anything where something you bought into and truly believed, you learned that, hey, this was not on the up and up. And so it's caused you to have to withdraw. You're learning how to let go. And in letting go, it is you using your magic, using your power, using your powers of manifestation and creativity, even during this retrograde. Because the retrograde is giving you the perspective that you need to be able to do this. Now, we also have this Two of Pentacles over here. Beautiful little thing, little munchkin. And the Two of Pentacles is saying in there are new partnerships on the horizon for you all. If you chose this pile, this whole journey that you're on right now, this whole period of your life right now, is leading you to a different type of partnership that's going to be more beneficial and lasting. Remember, we said this full moon is in Pisces, water sign, but it's also happening while we are in Virgo season, Virgo being that earth sign. So this is where you get that practicality. This is where, there are, two people, two things, two ideas, partnerships. Think about that. Partnerships that are going to be available to you. So I'm being led, I'm going to push this out to the outside, and we're going to tighten that energy up. We want you to have those partnerships come to light through your own ability to manifest them as you let go, as you walk away and you let go. Crucial to this is healing. The magic that you create at this time, pile number 1, is healing magic. You are learning how to heal yourself. You're learning how perhaps to heal others. Some of you may even be pursuing the healing arts. You may be actually taking classes. You may be using your gifts. You may be learning more about what your spiritual gifts are so that you can put them to use. And therefore, you are understanding more that what you have to offer is in a healing capacity. But you're trying to get clear on that. And this partnership is going to help give you that clarity. Notice this was when Spirit doubled down with 2 different decks, you all. You also got these clear waters. And it says clear vision, confirmation, right timing, and opportunity. Whoa. Okay. Completely clear message from Spirit for you all. And your outcome from all of this is your ability to celebrate having moved on, celebrate seeing the results of what it is that you've decided to create through this healing. This is a wonderful time for you all. This clarity and these clear waters, you having this vision, that's a lot of what the magician can do for you during this time. Because the magician, I said before, the magician utilizes all elements: earth, air, fire, and water. Maybe it's about you taking time with a journal, a candle, drinking more water to hydrate your body, doing whatever it takes in terms of utilizing what is around you to physically make magic, make things happen, shift the energy in your environment. And that in and of itself brings that healing. And there's something about this clarity and you understanding, you having that light bulb moment. And it could even be, I'm being led back to this 2 of Pentacles. It could be that this partnership is going to be what brings you to that clarity. This could be someone that you work with. This could be a teacher, a mentor, a friend, a family member. But something in this partnership facilitates the clarity that you're going to get. And it also helps you pinpoint what this deception was all about. It's going to help you hone in on that so that you can process it, create or say, okay, that's what it is. Now I'm going to create something different. And that is the healing. That is the healing. And then on the outskirts of that, then you've got this celebration that occurs. And there's this big spiritual hug that comes. I even love the colors, how they relate in both of those cards. Do you see that kind of that pinkish mauve sort of tone? And that is very much a spiritual color. All right. So that's your spirit guide saying, hey, this is when you get through this process, through this releasing and letting go, and it's going to be transformational for you. It's absolutely going to be transformational for you. And something in it is going to bring out your spiritual gifts. I kid you not. So many of us, we question our spiritual gifts. We feel like, maybe I am, one of the clairs. Maybe I am clairaudient, clairsentient, clairvoyant. Maybe I am a healer. Maybe I work really well with crystals and with earth magic, etc., etc. But then we talk ourselves out of that. That could be some of that self-deception that's going on. And Spirit could say, listen, we want you to get clear so that you can accept your gifts and begin to utilize them for your own healing and healing others, because that is what we do. As we heal ourselves, we heal others. All right, pile number one. I hope that was, I hope that was enlightening for you. This is such a powerful time for you. You are the magician. You are a healer. And there's someone, some sort of partnership, dialogue, something that's going to happen. You're going to join forces with a group, a person, take a class. Something's going to help you understand what that was about, so you can get that clarity, and that's going to lead you to the celebration. And by all means, accept that spiritual hug that just came for you today. Okay? All right. Let me know what you thought about that. I love your comments. You know I will respond to you. So we're going to move on now to pile number two, those of you who chose. It's like an opalite. That's what I wanted to say. It's opalite. All right. Pile number two, if you were drawn to this stone, the opalite. And your catalyst message is reclaiming your power. I'm going to put that right there. Reclaiming your power, pile number two. All right. We have the Queen of Wands. Well, she'll help you reclaim it. That's for sure. We have the Ace of Cups. Whoa, I'm loving this. We have the Seven of Wands. We're going to put that next to that fiery Queen of Wands. We have Death. Beautiful. This is in the context of a rebirth and letting go, the power of the moon to help you get in touch with your emotions. Death ruled by Scorpio, which is also a water sign. So that's right on time. We have communication. We have affection. Let's put that near that Ace of Cups. Some of you might have some love stuff coming in here. Let's do it. We've got gratitude. We have the Well Maidens, kindness, respect, reverence, and compassion. That's related to death. That's what they're giving me. And you have the ability to affect your own destiny. Woo! If that does not come related to reclaiming your power, pile number two, yikes. Loving it. All right. Very clear message for you here, and a beautiful, empowering message for you all, pile number two. You were drawn to reclaiming your power. So clearly you are in a mode of energy during this full moon in Pisces, where you've already been in this mindset of being ready to take the next step, being ready to challenge yourself and move beyond the typical boundaries. You know what you're capable of. There is a recognition of that, because when you reclaim something, by definition, it is something that you've already had or done or experienced or learned about. So reclaiming it means perhaps you've gotten so busy in your lives, pile number two, some of you, where some of your power seems to have, seeped away or gotten tamped down a little bit by all the demands of life. There's something that drew your attention in a different direction. The Queen of Wands steps in to say, but guess what? It's your time, darling. It is your time now to bring that back. It's time to put the focus back on you. The Queen of Wands, if she does nothing else for us in tarot, she brings an energy with her fire, her passion of confidence. Reclaiming takes confidence. It says, this is mine. It belongs to me. This is how I'm supposed to live. I should feel good. I should feel passionate. I should be excited about my projects, my life, my relationships, Seven of Wands comes to back her up, because what does the Seven of Wands do? Seven of Wands is that stand your ground card. Look at her energy. She is like, don't try me, because I'm telling you, I'm taking a stand for who I am, what I want, and I demand it. And I'm using a feminine context, but gender doesn't, as we all know, this is not gender specific. My readings are not, tarot and oracles are not gender specific. It is an energy. And the energy here is standing your ground, bringing almost a warrior. That's how this is presented. Bringing a warrior energy to say, I'm not reclaiming my power. I am not backing down from understanding and recognizing who I am, what I have done, and if I did let it slip a little bit, here's that time during this full moon in Pisces where there's an energy that you're going to feel. It's almost like for some of you, it's going to be deeply internal, where you're just going to feel this fire in your belly. You know, that's what's happening here. It's like this fire in your belly to get it going again. I even notice in your catalyst card, the main portion of this light is in that solar plexus area, in that gut area. It is you rediscovering your light, rediscovering through your willpower, because that's what she has. The Queen of Wands has plenty of willpower to spare. And so you stand your ground. And in doing that, you are going to have a rebirth of some sort of, if you are single or you've been mourning the loss of a relationship, it is your ability to recapture and reclaim your power is bringing and opening up doors to a rebirth of something that you love. If it's either romantic, it's what you do for a living, it's how your relationships and your friendships go. It's about you rediscovering. An ace is the potential for something. It's not all the way there. It's not like the work is done, the job is done, it's all over, put a check mark next to it. Indeed, quite the opposite. It is about the potential for something. And your spirit guides are saying this full moon in Pisces is moving something out of the way with that death card. It's moving some cycle has come to an end for you. Absolutely come to an end for you. But what happens? Beautiful depiction here. Because when something is ends and is deceased, the opposite happens. There is a rebirth. All right, there is a rebirth. And notice even that infinity, right? That infinity that's wrapped between the two of them. The cycle of life and your ability to have a rebirth, your ability to love again, your ability to feel again, your ability to get back in touch with your emotions again, your ability to feel good and confident about yourself again, and to be willing to take a stand for yourself. If part of this reclaiming your power is because you've been in a situation, sometimes again through work, it could be, you're working with others, you have to cooperate. Maybe you have a manager, or maybe you are in management and feel that something is being done unfairly. If you're an entrepreneur or you're in business for yourself, or even if you're retired for that matter, it's still about what puts you back in touch with what life still has to offer you. What's next on the agenda? What's next in the eternal cycle of life? Going back to that figure, to that infinity, right? Things leave so that something else, the space is being made for something else. And that's what's happening with you all, pile number 2. This reclaiming your power is your spirit guide saying you've gone through some sort of situation or process where you got, things got a little off track for you. Maybe you surrendered your power. Maybe you'd had to just let things play out to a natural conclusion. But right now, here comes that ace for you. You've got the maidens. And the key words here are kindness, respect, reverence, and compassion. These changes that you've gone through, this ending that you experienced, this shift that you experienced, this could even, for some of you, I feel is related to aging. There could be where, you're looking back at yourself, thinking about all these retrogrades that we're having right now. Mercury being in retrograde, as well as I think it's like 7 other planets that are in retrograde, which is pretty unusual because it's saying basically from the universe's perspective, many of us, we may be feeling like stagnant and like whatever, we try to do something and it's just not working out. But really what's happening is it's a very deliberate shift by the universe to help us reset, to help us get ready for that rebirth. And that reverence is, and that compassion is having joy for the process, right? This affection, very tied to the Ace of Cups. Some of you are needing that affection, meaning being able to express your feelings. Yes, this could be romantic. Yes, this could be, strict in dating, and if you're already partnered, it could be refanning the flames in some new way with that Ace of Cups. But affection is also an energy, you all. Affection is the ability with this well maiden, kindness and respect and reverence. I think this is Spirit's way of saying reclaiming your power also has to do with you remembering the impulse to show affection. Some of you may have maybe just for self-preservation or whatever your circumstances are, you may have learned how to kind of pull yourself back a little bit. But the greatest power in the world is the power of love, right? I think we would all agree on that. And yet that is also one of the most challenging aspects of life that we all go through is, we go through those ups and downs and waves in matters of love, whether it's love of family, love of pets, romantic love, love of what we do, having passion for our career and our talents. But what is that affection? And the well maiden is bringing this kindness and respect, this compassion toward yourself for getting back in touch with what gives you that sense of affection, what allows you to express affection. That brings me over here to communication. Because there's something, if you have been disempowered, if you've been feeling a little like second guessing yourself before you were willing to show affection, show up for people, offer those hugs, open your arms and say, here I am, give me a big old hug, that sort of thing, then that's what this whole section here is about. You are getting back in touch with knowing what it is that you deserve in terms of being able to express affection, being able to experience love in a very tender, unique way. There is a rebirthing for you. If you are, if you have lost someone, actually someone has transitioned, or if you have gone through some sort of breakup, an ending to some cycle in your life, there is something else that is coming in to replace it, and it's going to feel so good to you. There is communication that Spirit is saying, your guides are saying, you got to be willing to stand up confidently, stand your ground, and speak your needs. Speak your needs. If for right now it feels like because we're in this retrograde season, you're not seeing it manifest, still speak it. Speak it to yourself out loud. Speak it in your prayer space. Speak it to your journal as you write it out. But continue to express with confidence that reclaiming the power, reclaiming affection, reclaiming kindness and compassion, reclaiming your ability to have a rebirth, that it ain't over. Cycles happen and then there's more to come. And what's going to happen is, that brings me over here to gratitude. Fundamentally, there's a shift that you all are about to undergo where it's going to leave you feeling so grateful. You are going to just feel awash in emotions. And what better sign and moon to have that happen than a full moon in Pisces with all of its tremendous psychic power, intuitive power, and that connection to our emotions with gratitude. There may even be for some of you a communication that happens like an actual conversation. See her here on her phone. There may be an actual conversation that you have where something is brought to bear that puts you in that space of gratitude. It could be someone expressing gratitude for what you have done for them. It could be a healing. It could be just an acknowledgement of some sort. I'm going back to that compassion and reverence, showing kindness and respect. There's some sort of exchange that may happen during this full moon in Pisces, the days after as well, remembering that goes, it takes us to the 2 weeks to the next new moon. So look for that even going into early September. Are there conversations that you will have? Remembering Mercury in retrograde, which rules communication, phones, computers, emails, all the ways that we communicate with one another. But there could be, in retrograde, there could be a relationship from the past that you find yourself having a reconnect with or some clarity around that gives that sense of gratitude. And it says, your final message here tied to you reclaiming your power, you have the ability to affect your own destiny. Hold that up for you. You have the ability to affect your own destiny. Look how, even in terms of energetically, the colors. That happened in pile number 1 as well. Look how energetically those colors connect. All right? You have the ability to affect your own destiny. That is why you are reclaiming your power, pile number 2. Because this is about your destiny, and your destiny is still unfolding with that Ace of Cups. Your destiny is still unfolding, and it's unfolding after a period of tremendous transition and change. This really has given you an opportunity. I'm going to flip that over so we look at your emphasis is on what is coming to life. This had to go so that this could be birthed. And so for you all, it is communicating your needs, expressing your needs, not and doing so in a sense of love, kindness, compassion, and affection. Because there's also a sense of give and take in this energy for you all, pile number 2. Pisces, think about the water, think about the ocean, think about the rivers, how rivers flow, think about tributaries. There is something that is making its way to you that really is overdue. I'm going to just call it like I feel it for you all. It's overdue. You are due for this. And the thing is, Spirit, your guides are saying, as the more you stand on that, and rather than, if you've been in a really almost like a victim mindset, almost like a why me, and why is it so hard, and and why hasn't it happened yet? If you're feeling impatient, this is definitely speaking to you, because what's happening is, for you to get here, Spirit is saying, there you go. Get into, shift your willpower. Let this Queen of Wands energy put you in a space of really understanding your own power. You have the ability to affect your own destiny, right? Your own power to reclaim yourself, to reclaim your destiny, and to proclaim it even, I'm feeling for some of you, to understand as you reclaim your power, then you can proclaim what it is that you want to have happen next in your lives. All right? I hope that was really, that definitely went all through me, pile number 2. This is a beautiful time for you. This is a time when you are being elevated and recognizing that it's never too late. If you feel like you have, you feel a little tired, time has gone by, you've been filled with maybe some guilt, some regret, some, I can't go back and undo the past. That's okay. That's what death is all about, that letting it go so there can be that rebirth. And for you, that rebirth feels so good. That Ace of Cups and that effect, it's about your ability to feel good again. And that's what's going to put you in that tremendous space of gratitude. All right, pile number 2, go for it. Open yourself up to that power. Reclaim your power and get energized. This, on a practical level, it could be, what is it that gets you fired up? Really, think about that. What is it that gets you fired up? Is it exercise? Is it reading? Is it, is it journaling? Is it watching a movie that really inspires you? How do you get inspired? Because if, as you get inspired, pile number 2, then that opens the door for this Ace of Cups and that affection. Something that makes you feel happy and good and joyful and helps you understand, whoa, I do have the power to affect my destiny, and I just reclaimed it. All right? All right, pile number 2. I loved that for you all. Let me know your thoughts. I would love to hear from you, and I wish you the absolute best during this full moon and beyond. All right, moving on now to pile number 3. It's the rose quartz, raw rose quartz, and your catalyst is sunshine. And it says light, passion, illumination, motivation, and don't dim. You were drawn to that. Let's see what that was all about, or is all about, I should say. Let me put that over to the side, and let's see what your cards are. You have the 6 of Wands. Oops, turn it around. You have the 6 of Wands. Beautiful, beautiful, fiery energy to complement that sun. You have the 3 of Pentacles. All right, that's that Virgo energy as well, in terms of Virgo season and working practically to do this. We have the 4 of Pentacles. Interesting. We have the 10 of Swords. There's some healing that you're going through. Leaving. Thank you. A life partner. Okay. Abundance. Oh, wow. Let's put that right there. Let's put that. I want to put that near that Four of Pentacles. And there's a life partner. And then we have the rainbow, sweet relief, new beginnings, and a new way forward. Some of you got some, either you're going to rectify some things with an existing partner, or you definitely have some potential for someone new coming in. And keep in mind, when we look at life partners, you know, some of our relationships, just as we talk about soulmates, not always being romantic. Soulmates can come in the form of lifelong friends, you know, people who just you automatically click with. You have this innate understanding of one another, but there is a journey that you're meant to take together that lasts a very long time. And your final card here is speak your truth with passion. If that goes very well with that sun energy. Speak your truth with passion. Of course, you're going to do that as you shine, as you allow yourself to shine. And this is the third time, all three stacks, the catalyst card and the outcome card have matched in color and tone. So I really feel blessed by that, because it helps me, you know, it confirms for me that these truly are your spirit guides speaking, who have come through very clearly with messages energetically for you all. All right, let's go in a little deeper here. If you chose this pile, you are going to come out of a phase where something, do it this way. You see that Ten of Swords, all those swords in the back? You know, with the Ten of Swords, there is that sense of really having been through it. I mean, you can just see it energetically, how this is depicted in the card. And for many people, it does feel like being stabbed in the back, meaning either betrayed by life, circumstances, etc. But if you chose this pile, there is something that is leaving, some situation. When we get to a Ten of Swords, the one thing that we can feel good about, even though it's sometimes it's a difficult energy to incorporate and want to deal with in a reading, but the great thing about it is it's always Spirit's way of saying enough. When you get to that 10, that's it, enough. It is time now for healing. It is time to get those knives out of the back, stitch it up, put some salve on, some healing creams, and begin to repair the process of that damage. And that's what you are doing right now. Pile number 3, you are leaving whatever what got you in that situation. If you already don't feel yourself leaving, that's what this full moon in Pisces is doing for you, letting go, because that's what full moons do. They help us release whatever, release, move on. And this leaving is you moving on from what got you in that situation. There's a work element here, something where if you have moved on from a job, or if you are thinking about moving on from a job because you're undergoing this kind of experience, then number one, that's why you were drawn to this sun and shine, because you recognize that it's time for you to get back into this mode. Talk about a contrast between that, going from that to that, right? So you are going through and leaving a period of time, leaving a cycle, moving on from something, or allowing others to leave. I'm feeling for some of you as well, if you are in a situation where someone is saying they are going to leave, or something is going to change in the work environment, there's some reorganization or something going on. However that is happening, understand that ultimately it may be a little concerning to you at this time, but it's getting those knives out of that back. It is meant to happen. It is flowing as it should, and it's going to help you with the 3 of Pentacles. Notice the lily pads and all the work that is being built there. She is being assisted by nature. In very often in a Three of Pentacles, it is a card of a group effort. It is a card of community. Threes by nature are about growth, community, cooperation, having support. And here, her support, she's working by herself, but her support is coming from nature. She has her spirit guide, that's there with her. She has the animal kingdom that has stepped up to help her. And so that's a very clear message for you all if you chose this deck, this pile number 3. Spirit is saying, even though you may not, your support may not have come from the places that you thought they would. If someone left you, if someone did not come through for you, or if it has put you in a position where now you've got to leave and move on from that situation, don't think for one moment that you do not have the help and support from your spirit team, from your spiritual community. And because this is Pentacles, Earth, and this full moon is happening while we're in Virgo, Earth sign, I think Spirit is saying this help is going to manifest in ways that you do see and can see. If you have felt sort of, left to your own devices, that is about to shift. And that is, part of what that's done is some of you have been, because of this situation, you've been forced into protective mode. This card has come up several times in this past week from my collective readings, and I think what it's pointing to is 4s are foundational. 4s, as a number in tarot and other systems, numerology, 4s are about what we know we can stand on. It's about what we know we can count on. It's the money in the bank. It's the IRA. It's the 401k. It's the friendships, those people we know will take that call at midnight or 2 a.m. You know what I mean? And if you've been in a situation where that has been called into question or it's been challenged, it tends to make us tighten up. Look how tight he's holding on to what he has, right? Squeezing those pillows, but the abundance, it's representing that abundance. For some of you, in a practical matter, this could be your money. This could be how you make your money, 3 of Pentacles, how you've been working to build and make your money. I'm thinking of that as well because you did also get this abundance card. All right? So for many of you, if you chose this stack, Spirit is saying they recognize that for you, it is, this is dollars and cents. This is the way that you're able to live, the way that you're able to manifest. And I think for some of you, there's someone who's going to come in and help you do this. And now I do want to ask, this is the first stack. I didn't do this from 1 or 2, but I want to be specific here. Spirit, is this a romantic connection, an existing life partner, but a more romantic connection? Or is this more business, like someone who, like a soulmate, but in a friendship capacity? Who is this life partner? We have the 8 of Wands. All right, this is someone who communicates with you. And we have the 2 of Cups. Hey, hey, hey. This is love, you all. I'm just going to say it. This is love. The 8 of Wands is something that happens quickly. It happens, it brings about swift changes. And, going back to, you don't get any more fiery than the sun. You have the 6 of Wands here, which we didn't talk about yet, but I'm looking at the complementary aspects between those two because pile number 3, 6 of Wands is about ultimate victory. It is effort that it takes. It is the ability to keep going despite having gone through that kind of feeling and situation. That when you keep going, victory is assured. This is a very, very reassuring energy that Spirit says. If you do the work will have results. And here there is this abundance through a life partner, 2 of Cups. That's love, love. And that 8 of Wands, I think there is someone who is coming toward you with really loving, intentional energy that's going to be very healing, and it's going to help you relax out of that space of being protective, out of that space of feeling like you've got to hold on so tightly. Some of you as well, this is health. That just came to me. Thank you, Spirit. For some of you, this is health. This is your health having been challenged in a really powerful way that was frightening for you. It could have even been where you wondered if it was going to be like serious, serious. And there could be costs of health care. There could be your ability to continue to work, how that has been impacted perhaps by your health. If you are in retirement and older, it could be your financial concerns as you grow older, and and your ability to continue to make money, manage money. That Six of Wands, continue to go for it, grow, do the work. But there's some form of help that comes for you. And this rainbow, I just looked down again at this and noticed one of its meanings. It says sweet relief, new beginnings, and a new way forward. You all, just go ahead and start thanking spirit now. Just go ahead. As in my old church days, in my old Christian days, they used to say, name it and claim it, right? Because there is something that is coming for you all that is definitely going to give you that sense of relief. You're going to be able to loosen up that grip. And whether that grip is what you have been, if it's a health matter, it's understanding, whew, I'm going to be okay. It's having the treatment you need, a new doctor, a new medicine, a new exercise, a new regime in some way that gives you the relief to understand, I am going to be okay. I've got some more work to do with that Six of Wands, but ultimately victory is mine. And your spirit team is right there in that earthly realm. Three of Pentacles is saying there is help that is afforded you, that is coming toward you, that's going to help bring you this abundance. And this abundance comes through your connection with someone who is going to come in hot, heavy, fast. Eight of Wands does not play. The thing is, it is speak your truth with passion. That's your key, pile number 3. Your key to bringing this energy in and helping it actually manifest and to speed up that healing is to speak your truth with passion. You have to, it's not just asking for what you want, whether that is for, if it was a health concern for some of you, whether that's asking for the healing, asking for the right information, doing what you know how to do, but perhaps not still seeing all of the results that you wanted to see from it. There is someone, something that is coming in to bring you that loving, life-altering, life partner energy that is going to benefit you in total abundance, whether this is total healing, well-being, actual money. Love is abundance, and the demonstration of love is a powerful form of showing abundance. But all of these things lead back to you letting your sun shine. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And I go back, this says illumination and motivation, because that's what you need at this time. When you've been in that sort of position, when life, when you take a certain hit, it takes a lot of energy to get back to that point of being motivated. But perhaps Spirit is saying, perhaps this will be your motivation to know that relief, that sweet relief, the rainbow, that sweet relief is in sight. That victory is yours. You will have it as you speak your truth with passion. You got to declare it. Spirit's not going to come in and just hand it over to you, but they're saying we will respond to you. We're right here working with you, whether you see us or not. As you move, we move. And we will, in the physical realm, send you the results. You will see the results. That Two of Cups, if you have given up on love, do not. I have a friend whose mother-in-law is in a assisted living facility, and they have they have they have activities and things. She's in like 86. She just met her a little guy who's rang her, and they are just having a time. They've been just enjoying one another, at this stage of life, absolutely looking like two teenagers, she said, just giggling and carrying on. It is always available. Life always changes and manifests, but in your case, pile number 3, it is in proportion to what you believe and your ability to speak it into existence. Speak your truth with passion and open up yourself. Claim your healing. If your truth is your healing, financial, physical, emotional, etc., claim your healing and come to terms with that leaving. Open up. Open up so that more can come in. There's so much more. That 4, the foundation of what you can believe in or felt you could, there's so much more available to you. You got to open up your arms and speak it. Speak your truth so that you can shine. The more you shine, the more it's like a beacon. I literally see you like a lighthouse, like a beacon, sending out those messages saying, I'm ready for this abundance. I'm ready for this partner. I'm ready for this love. I'm ready for this message that's going to come through for me swiftly with that 8 of Wands. I'm ready for some results swiftly with that 8 of Wands. All right? All right, pile number 3. I loved it. I loved every bit of it. I hope it resonates with you. Please let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear your feedback. And I will talk to you again really soon. All right? Take care of yourselves. If you are interested in a reading from me, you can always go to my website, which is trulytouchedbytarot.com. And you can reach out to me by email, and I am touchedbytarot@gmail.com. And please like and subscribe, and I will talk to you really, really soon. Bye-bye.